5 days ago, I made a video to Maximus Roman, challenge video calling him out. Now, we all know how Maximus Roman is. He's not going to respond to anybody he can't see wrestle because his ego is in the way. You know, you know how that goes when you try to go to a company. Well, we got to see what you can do. But instead of them putting you in a dark match or anything, just a private match rather, to see what you can do, they rather go on YouTube to see if you can, own up to being a wrestler or wrestle on their show. And they don't really take in superstars to give a show. No. They take in superstars who can bring them views. Now, obviously, you're going to want views on YouTube, so, the more people that can see you, the more subscribers, the more you get your name out there. But let's think about it. What are you really wrestling for? Are you wrestling to get your name out there, or are you wrestling for the views? Because there's a difference, Max. There's a difference between wrestling for views and wrestling for the people, Because if you're wrestling for the people, it doesn't matter how many views you get. But if you're wrestling for the people, it doesn't matter how many views you get. But if you're wrestling for the views, then that means you're just trying to keep it at a bare minimum of talent. You want to give everyone the same thing over and over again because, well, you're too stubborn to let someone into your business. Now, believe me, I've been a businessman before because I remember being right here in this spot, tapping people out. I remember jumping off of this and off of that building right there. I remember jumping off of this stuff, landing on people. I remember being put through a table. I remember a lot of things. And the thing is, all my years of running my business in this neighborhood, I've always been more of a person to bring in superstars. Not for views, even though we didn't post anything, but we were planning on going on YouTube. We were planning on posting videos on YouTube so everyone can see us. But not for the views, just to make everyone enjoy it. Like Grimm's Toy Show. He doesn't really do it for views. I mean, he's trying to get the money off of it, so he does it for views. But personally, deep down inside, he's just doing it to have fun with his friends. Think about it. The silly names, the silly gimmicks. He's doing it for the people. He's doing what the people want to see versus doing what he wants to do just so everyone so he can get the views up. But see, you, Max, your ego is, if you can't bring me views, then you can't be on my show. Versus come down to us, we'll put you in a practice match, or better yet, find an opponent, do a match, and send us the video of your match. And if you're good, boom. If not, too bad. Because you're more concerned with, if I can't look up your name on the YouTube search bar, then you're not that important. Then you're not that skillful. Then you're not who you say you are. So I'm not going to say I was expecting Maximus Roman to respond, because we all know how Max's ego is. Every time Max says, I'm going to do one thing, his ego says to do the other. So, of course, he has to shine, so that's why he puts himself over. I know I sound like a broken record and repeating the same shit, but, it's the truth. Because if you think about it, if many people are saying the same thing about one person, then that must mean it's true. Because, I mean, yes, it's called a rumor, but I'm just saying sometimes rumors are true. Because when you think about it, how many times do you put yourself over? How many times are you more concerned with how many views you get versus what you can do? Because see, here in this very spot, this very field, we weren't concerned about views. We were concerned about putting on a show. Because no matter how many times we couldn't post on YouTube, we kept coming back. Even though there was no one out here to watch us, we kept coming back. In our mind, there are people watching us. In our mind, we're going to put this on YouTube, but we never did. Even though our main concern was being on YouTube, we kept doing it for ourselves. We said, forget YouTube, we'll do this for ourselves. We did it for ourselves instead of doing it for other people to, come and see. Obviously, we want you to come and see, but if that's all you care about is people seeing you and you showing off versus you putting your mindset in that basement or in the backyard, then that tells us how much of a wrestler you really are. That shows us you're more concerned with the fame versus the love of the sport. But I know I'm not going to get my answer from you because I know how you are, and I know how much of an egotistical person you are, that you just care about yourself. So of course you're not going to watch or respond. But it's funny. 5 days ago when I made the video, I know, shocked, but I was expecting you to answer, but you didn't. Because, I knew you weren't going to answer, but you didn't, right? But also, Jaheim Wright, a.k.a. Jay Creed, responded. And I posted on my Undisputed Instagram account, and and one of my good friends, I believe he posted it on Twitter. But you responded, claiming that if I didn't shut up for the 100th time, if I don't shut up, you're gonna make the trip down here yourself. Really? Really? And then you say, with my skinny ass, you lift so much more than me with my skinny ass, you're gonna beat me. Sir, where do you see skinny at? Where do you see skinny at? Come on. I know I'm making it look good, but it's not that easy. You can lift, I don't care if you can lift the tallest or the heaviest fucking building on earth. I don't care. Just listen, Jaheim. Listen. Don't write checks that your ass can't cash. Don't say some shit, no, you're not going to be able to do it. I don't want to hear your skinny ass, or I lift more than you head ass, talking about some, shut the hell up before I make my way down there. Nigga, you can't even, look. If you're feeling froggy, jump, okay? Because I don't want you going around saying you can beat me, but then you're the main one who's not showing their face, just like the rest of everyone on EBW. Because I didn't really have a problem with EBW besides the fact that a couple years ago you stole my name, team name at that. But that was in the past. If you're confused, I'll explain that later. But let's think about this. There are people out there who's trying to make a name for themselves as a backyard wrestler. And then from that point, become a professional wrestler. And then work their way up. But we count on people like you guys. We count on people like you guys to bring us in. It's like seeing a poor person on the street. Will you bring them in and help them? Or will you let them sit there and struggle to make their way up instead of, giving them a head start, giving them a boost, so that way that you can let them go on their own? Knowing you guys, you're going to let them sit there and struggle versus here, take a few dollars or take a couple $100 and go do something, or go, I'll help you clean up so you can get a job. Like, that's what you would do to a homeless person, right? Right? But when it's a backyard wrestler, who doesn't have a video on YouTube but claims he has it, I'll be the one to say, okay, I'll let you in and I'll see what you can do. If you're good, then you can do this. If not, one or two things will happen. I'm going to tell you to leave, or I'm going to train you and make you get better. So that way you can make it. And then not only that, what if you make it off of our show? You can give us a shout out and we can make it too. But you don't care about helping others in the backyard wrestling community. No, you care about the viewers in the backyard wrestling universe. That's all you care about, right? Right, okay, all right. So, let's just end the video with this. Maximus Roman. You need to you need to get your head out of your own ass and say something. I don't care if it's a, no, I won't wrestle you, or fuck yeah, I'll wrestle you, because the offer still stands. If anybody from EBW can beat me, I'm done with wrestling for good. But if I beat anybody in EBW, period, the show is over and you can put that brand new championship on a wall. But I think I know the real reason why you guys won't say anything. It's because you know that what happens if We go down there and we wrestle him. What happens if we actually lose? That means you spent almost probably $500, I don't know, on a new championship for no reason. That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid that if I beat you, it's over. And you just spent all that money on that championship for nothing. But let's think about this. No one ever said that you guys couldn't join another company or remake another company. No one said you couldn't do that. I just said EBW was over. You could start a whole new one. Insane Championship Wrestling or Hardcore Championship. We could start a whole brand new business. And then get them enough money or sell the belt for the same amount of money you bought it for and then, you know, sell it and get a new one. But you guys don't think because your ego is in the way. Your shadow is hovering over you. Your egotistical shadow is hovering over you, telling you to do bad, do evil. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They aren't as they seem. That's all you listen to. That's why you are the way you are. Now, I'm going to end the video on this note, for real this time. Max, I'll wait for you to respond. I know you won't because your ego is in the way, and I know you're not going to do it. And for Jaheim Wright, Mr. J. Creed, like I said, don't write fucking checks that your ass can't cash. Because at the end of the day, you come down to VA, I'm going to kick your scrawny little eye way more than your ass. Okay? You may lift something, but you're still skinny as shit. I can break your ass like a fucking twig off a tree. Don't try me, because you don't want no smoke, nigga. You don't. Okay? Alright? So let's see what happens for Mr. J, because I know he's not going to say shit with his little scary ass. Think about it. Because I made a post, and I tagged EBW in it, and not one of y'all fuckers said anything. Because you guys are scared you're going to lose. If not, y'all would have responded by now. But see, as a wrestler, you should go out and do more matches to get your name out there. But I don't care, because it's all about views. I'm making some valid points as to why you guys are some bitches, and y'all just can't do anything about it. You know? Because you're going to say, oh, he can talk shit. Doesn't mean he's actually going to do anything. But I don't see you guys doing anything either, so. Exactly. So I'm going to end the video on that note. And let's see what happens when the fucking hoes of EBW decide to say something, alright? Fuck EBW, and that's the undisputed truth.